Hi, this is Majinoni. Here's my review for Amazing Spider-Man issue 639, One Moment in Time. There's going to be some spoilers, so if you haven't read your book, please feel free to come back. Now, this issue kind of confused me because you have, the Wish with Mary Jane and Mephisto and how things, events that led up to Aunt May's death didn't happen, and, as long as the marriage was dissolved. And I'll get to that in just a second. There's a very confusing moment that happens later in this book. Now, it's basically the continuation with the conversation between Mary Jane and Peter Parker. They're basically friends, and Mary Jane wants to basically, I don't want to say get closer together, but basically become friends again. Because pretty much Peter's been happy with just staying apart. So we go back into time again, and we have the events right after the wedding. Peter's going crazy looking for Mary Jane. Can't find her until he goes back to his place, and that's where Mary Jane's waiting. She's obviously pissed off. And she basically tells him, "Take off your mask. I don't want to talk to your mask. I want to talk to you." And well, he takes it off, and she sees that his face is all busted up, and she knows. I mean, she already pretty much knew that he wasn't the one who was weak and wanted to leave. I mean, not get married. She knew something happened, and the fact that he got jacked up like that makes it worse for her. In that she doesn't want to get married anymore, because she realizes that basically Peter Parker will always want. I mean, she's going to play second fiddle to Spider-Man. And she even asks Peter, you have to give it up if you want to marry me. And Peter says, I can't. So she leaves. And basically, she wants to dive more into what Peter's thinking. And then she hints that she had things to say that Peter didn't know. So they talk more. Apparently, Peter had a guardian angel, and that there's Aunt May with, I think that was her mom, and they're basically having a talk, and she realizes that, Mary Jane is not handling this well, and she hasn't fully recovered. She still loves Peter, and she makes reference to things, and it resonates within Mary Jane, and she goes to Peter and then basically tells Peter, look, I still love you, but it can never be the same way. She says, I never told you this, but I've wanted a child, and knowing that you're Spider-Man, I could never have that child because, it's a difficult situation. And she says, basically, I want to be back together again. If you want to be back together again, but you can never ask me to get married. And, Peter's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll be okay. So, they're back together again. Now, this is the part where I'm confused at, because they mention the unmasking, they mention Aunt May getting shot, how Peter, is angry with Tony, and how he goes, to Doctor Strange for help, and, he basically can't get the help. So he wanders looking for something, but waiting for something, can't find it. He goes to the hospital. Mary Jane and them, they're about to leave, just, to go for a walk. Aunt May has a heart attack. Sorry, not a heart attack, but her heart stops. And Peter actually manages to save her life. So this is where I'm confused with. Now, with the wish that happened, I thought the wish negated certain events from happening. For an example, okay, let me word it this way. The fact that if Peter unmasked, and he remembers that he unmasked, and the unmasking has caused Aunt May to die, not to die, but get shot, how come J. Jonah Jameson doesn't know that Peter is Spider-Man? Now, maybe the part of the wish is only that those two people know, these two know, but even Aunt May doesn't even know. And so that's what I'm kind of like confused with right now. So maybe I missed something in one of the earlier issues that I didn't read. So if somebody out there knows, just please let me know, because like I'm like, WTF, I don't get it. Overall, I was okay with the story up until they brought back the unmasking, the Civil War, and all that nonsense. Because even then, when you look at Tony's interaction with Peter in the Avengers, they act like there's no bad blood between the two. So that's why I'm like kind of confused with what's going on, because it sounds like something was magically adjusted, and people don't realize that it got adjusted type thing. Overall, I thought this was like I said, it was an okay issue up until that part. I like the art. It's nice to see Joe Q working again, but you can tell he hasn't worked in a while. There's that Stan Lee, like 2-page comic at the end for all you Stan Lee fans. I'm hopeful that they pull this out and make this actually worth it. Because as it stands right now, I'm kind of hovering towards the nay. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll have more reviews up.